Welcome to BDP Dogs Football. What is going on? Where there's a lot of smoke, there's fire. And there is a lot of smoke coming out of Cleveland today. Is Shedeur Sanders on the way out? Is Shedeur Sanders on the trading block? Are the New York Jets getting prepared to make an offer? There's a lot of talk today, ESPN Cleveland, saying, hey, I think Shedeur Sanders is going to be traded. We've seen Andrew Berry deal quarterbacks during training camp before. We've seen him deal quarterbacks in the preseason before. There's some body language doctors reading into Shedeur's body language saying, hey, he doesn't seem too thrilled. He seems like he looking around, not sure what's going on, not sure what the coach's motives are, what the organization's motives are. Let's get into it, shall we? Like the video, hype the video, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and subscribe to the channel. That would mean so much to me. Let's start here with ESPN Cleveland, Hammer Nation. I think we're approaching the end of the Shedeur Sanders era.
I think what's happening here is that Monken does not trust Shedeur Sanders to consistently get the team in and out of the huddle on a regular basis, okay? And that's why he's playing a guy who's a pariah in the town in which he's employed ahead of Shedeur. That is an indictment of Shedeur Sanders. I don't know how else to look at it. Now, I have a sense of where I think this is going, and I want to be clear. I'm not reporting anything. How many times does Andrew Berry trade a quarterback as we go through training camp? It happens every flipping year. Guys, I think we're approaching the end of the Shedeur Sanders era in Cleveland. I do.
Wow.
Apparently, he's splitting second-team reps now with Dillon Gabriel. Again, that's not me doing that. That's what the coach is doing.
Wow, splitting second-team reps with Dillon Gabriel. Wow. Question that we have, if Dillon Gabriel never got injured last year, does Shedeur Sanders even see the field? You would think so, but now Saturday came along. They gave first reps to Deshaun Watson on Saturday. Now here we are on Monday, and it's being reported that he's now splitting second-team reps with Dillon Gabriel. They just drafted a quarterback this year in the draft. They have, 4 quarterbacks on their roster now? Is Shedeur Sanders, is he on his way out? Shedeur's attitude, there's something going on that he doesn't like.
Shedeur's attitude, there's something going on that Shedeur doesn't like.
Yeah, he's frustrated, and I get why he's frustrated.
The people around Shedeur, him, tell the story of what happened as they were going through drills on Saturday.
Yeah, no, Shedeur was going through drills, and, the body language, the entire practice was just kind of off from Jump Street. And you could tell that, he probably was upset that it was his turn to take first-team reps, and he got put to the back of the line behind Deshaun. You could clearly see out of his body language that he wasn't his normal, energized self.
So he came into practice on Saturday expecting to take first-team reps. Monken says, nah, you're not taking those reps. We're giving them to Deshaun. Shedeur Sanders, he's looking around. He's probably just as confused as we all are. He's probably just as confused as we all are. And wow. All right. Oh, what else we got? I think there's a real chance they're going to trade Shedeur Sanders because I think they're going to start Watson, and because I think that they think that Shedeur is not well equipped for a variety of reasons to serve as backup quarterback.
Deshaun really hasn't let...
Folks, there's a lot of chatter coming out of Cleveland today when it comes to Shedeur's future. Wow.
Go the 1 rep since he had that big day where he threw the 7 touchdowns. And Deshaun really hasn't let go of the 1 rep since he had that big day where he threw the 7 touchdowns in red zone drills.
Yeah. Guys, I'm going to cut the crap here, and I'm just going to say it. And if you guys sling arrows at me, fine. Make me the bad guy. I think there's a real chance that the Browns are going to trade Shedeur Sanders.
Wow.
Because I think they are going to start Watson, and because I think they think Shedeur is not well equipped for a variety of reasons to serve as a backup quarterback. I don't think anything is done. I don't think that the phone's blowing up for this guy. Guys, he went in the 5th round for a reason.
Damn. Todd Monken hasn't given Shedeur Sanders any praise, any overwhelming praise.
Something that Deshaun Watson is getting the reps, and we haven't heard a lot of overwhelming praise from him about Shedeur Sanders.
Well, we have heard some, his improvement, but again, how much is that just blowing smoke?
Really was Shedeur Saturday took the ones in the walk, so I anticipated him being with the ones. When I walked out, guys grabbed me and said, hey, last couple of days we've been kind of looking at it. Shedeur's got a few more reps with the ones. That's all it was. I wasn't even at the moment. I was like, yeah, sure, we'll flip it, and then next week we'll go the other way. I sure as hell wasn't thinking about coming back in here and telling all you guys that I was going to change my mind, because I really don't have to. And so that's just the way, being the head coach, I can kind of do that. Ultimately, Shedeur's going to go today with the ones, unless on the way out I change my mind, and then he won't. Okay, just like any other player in terms of how we rotate them. And the bottom line is the speculation, which I find kind of funny, is as long as we're still sharing reps, it's a competition. It would not make any sense. Thus what we're doing Spencer. Thus we're up in Denzel's reps.
Folks, this is the circus surrounding the Cleveland Browns at this current point in time that made so many prospects, so many coaching prospects say, nah, I don't want to take this job. You think Todd Monken was their first choice? I don't think so. And this is where they're at now. This is where they're at now. You got Roberto Shenanigans. I've never heard the word cadence so many times in my life with respect to a quarterback competition. If an NFL quarterback can't even successfully call the cadence in his second year, then what are we going to do with him?
You talk about quarterbacks. We talk about Shedeur. Would you say like he's struggling to get him in and out of the huddle and get him lined up? This is quarterback 101. Mm-hmm. And I talked about this last year. The offensive lineman couldn't understand his cadence. They couldn't hear his cadence. That's part of the reason they had so many false starts. And I know like cadence has been a big topic of conversation again. Like, I don't understand. I never played quarterback in the NFL. This is step one. How can you be good at step 7 when you can't master step 1?
I'm right there with you. I was, as the people was telling me about this cadence thing and all the getting them in
That's
and out of the huddle.
100% true. That was true last year.
I said to myself, well, give him a wristband. Like, what are we talking about here? Just let him read off the wristband. And they said, Tyvis, he is reading off the wristband. And I'm like, well, then it just doesn't make sense then. I'm not understanding it. Now, the thing I will say, and I'm giving him grace on this part, is that he's not.
Give him a wristband. Well, he is reading off the wristband. Damn.
It's a new offense. So everybody else needs to learn their stuff too, So a lot of the times, if it's about people lining up wrong, well, that's on them too. Like that, I understand as a quarterback, that ultimately comes down to him and it falls in his lap. But like, come on now. If you see that he's struggling a little bit, you got to be able to know your stuff as well. So it's not all on him when it comes to that, but I get that he is the big part of that part of getting everybody lined up. So that's something there. And then as far as the cadence go, I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I don't play quarterback, so I don't understand it. To me, I think it's as simple as reading off. If you're struggling to get the play out, just read the card. Read whatever's on your wristband, and then let's go from there. But if he's struggling with that, then I don't know. I don't know what the problem is.
Damn, a lot of chatter coming out of Cleveland. A lot of speculation. Poly Market already has odds on where Shedeur Sanders is going to end up by the trade deadline. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like the video, hype the video, subscribe to the channel. That means so much to me. We're back preseason football later this week. See you next time, and as always, peace.